watching Let's Chat.
And if you're looking for something else to do this Easter Sunday, the Salvation Army's got some great possibilities. Kimberly George is here to talk about that. Hi, Kimberly.
Hi, thanks
Good
for
to
having
see
me.
you.
Always.
Pardon me while I drop my pen. It just did a random gravity check.
There is gravity in the studio. We're happy to announce.
Gravity over there, too.
So Easter's coming up this week.
That's right.
But a lot of people celebrate all week long. Of course, it's known as Holy Week. And you're celebrating all week long. Tell us what we
Yes.
can expect.
So the Salvation Army, too, is celebrating, and on Thursday, we have a Seder meal. It's also known as Maundy Thursday at the Salvation Army across from Brainerd High School. So it's Salvation Army in the Brainerd area. At 6:30 is when that service will begin, and they'll be walking you through Holy Week and then talking about the significance of a Seder meal.
I want to ask you the same thing I asked Pastor Jared a moment ago. Is the burning of Notre Dame Cathedral, is that going to have any impact in the messages that you guys deliver this week?
Certainly, I think it is. You know, and I was actually at a conference yesterday, and my daughter who's in college, was texting me the whole time. I think it's really, it affects everyone around the world. You know, Holy Week is that week where we pause and we look at the rebirth and the renewal of who we are as Christians because Christ died on the cross and was resurrected. And I have no doubt that they're not going to have renewal and resurrect Notre Dame.
Right.
You know, meaning Our Lady. It's just such a iconic figure, and you know, to be around since the 12th century. So many people have visited Notre Dame. I was hearing yesterday that more people visit Notre Dame than even the Eiffel Tower in Paris. And so certainly I think not only with the Salvation Army, but I think around the world, folks are going to pause, talk about the significance and how it too can be reborn, and how so many of us, you know, need that in our lives every day.
It's definitely unique timing with the symbolism and the significance, you know, of the structure in relationship to them announcing to rebuild it, with the significance of this time.
And it coming down, and the sadness that we all felt yesterday. Can you imagine 2,000 years ago when Christ was being crucified and he was being taken out, and the sadness and the mourning that we all went through? So yeah, I think there's a lot of parallel that a lot of pastors will probably look at. And speaking of renewal and rebirth, we are going to be celebrating the resurrection at the Chattanooga National Cemetery. For 43 years now, the Salvation Army of Chattanooga has had our Easter sunrise service there. We always begin it right at sunrise, which will be 7:02. And we are looking forward to having the Jericho Brass and just a number of people from the community. Many folks who have loved ones who are buried in the National Cemetery come out. So we have about 300 to 400 usually in that service. But what better place to celebrate the resurrection than in the middle of a cemetery?
And a beautiful one at that.
Exactly.
That's a very beautiful place.
Yeah, and then if you're watching from Cleveland, the Cleveland Salvation Army will have a Friday night Good Friday service. And it's going to be a very experiential service where they'll do foot washing, and they'll have a Seder meal as well on Friday night. So lots of different ways to get involved with the Salvation Army. But come see us Easter morning. It's a beautiful service.
And you also have a big, go ahead, I'm sorry. No,
I just like the word, the EGG-stravganza.
Yes.
Of course you do. Who doesn't? You're going to have an Easter egg hunt of your own, correct?
Yes, at the East Lake Salvation Army. Right there, we're going to have you know, hundreds of eggs out there for the children of East Lake. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of festivities. It's 11:30 on Saturday. So if you're looking for something fun for the kids on Saturday, come by and visit us at the Salvation Army at East Lake. The EGG-stravganza and the Easter sunrise service, we still need volunteers. So go to our website if you'd like to volunteer.
How many do you need for each? Any idea?
The extravaganza, anywhere from 15 to 20, and we only need about a half a dozen for Easter sunrise service. But you know, come out if you want to. If you're coming to the service, come out a little bit early and help us set up the chairs.
Sure. And how do folks get in touch with you to volunteer?
Yes, they can go to the website, which is csarmy.org, stands for Chattanooga Salvation Army.org, and you can volunteer for any of these volunteer opportunities this week or upcoming for the summer if you're already looking ahead. Tons of opportunities to get involved with the Salvation Army and ways to donate as well.
All right. Kimberly, always good to see you.
Yeah.
Hope you have a record-breaking crowd at both of your events.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you,
again,
thank
the
you.
All
website,
of them.
Yes.
csarmy.org.
.org.
Again, csarmy.org.
And you can
Happy
find
Easter.
dates and times and locations for all of these events online as well.
Yes,
So.
you can.
All right. We got to leave it there. Jess and I will be back tomorrow morning. We hope to have you here starting at 10 o'clock for the Wednesday edition of Let's Chat.